Welcome to Alaya, a place to connect in the consciousness. Rishantai nakto sadi nana klasong jap veniran takeno sam shikina ko damnik the sobunja nina krashano ishi manakish daponcha ekesh naka libra no kosum yin naka vishantako Benirti Kasong Am Kasha Ino. The new human is made up of the past, but transcends that. As in ourself, this life, we're constantly transcending our past. There's nothing wrong with it. It's just part of the path. But to realize there is a greater destination for all of you when you connect in the consciousness. It's kind of a magical thing because you're able to see through the dilemmas, the chaos, the separation, and the beliefs. This world is full of beliefs that condition the mind, condition the whole being, actually conditions the earth to a great extent. So what happens? What are we doing to recognize that you are playing an important part in this transformation? Within yourself, you hold the light of consciousness, this awareness. And as you do that, it's like a candle burning brightly, that others may benefit from that light. So it's always important to remember that you are light. I've often said that we are light slowed down to be physical. Think about it. What happens if you speed up? Possibly, maybe, for sure, you become light again. You throw off the flesh, the body that is of the earth, the body that is of the past. And you take on yourself a new body of light. It's the consciousness. What might that be like? Well, when you look at it, it may not be too different than what you're experiencing now. A lot of it is a shift in the intellect. The intellect is programmed to accept what the body is, to accept what life is. But when you realize that is a learned thing of conditions, consensus, reality, and beliefs. So as we see beyond those things, we take on a new body, a new beingness, a radiance, a light that transforms the physical body. The body is not bound by beliefs and concepts. It is only bound by what you accept. So when you realize you don't have to accept the world around you, you don't have to accept the chaos, the beliefs, concepts, conditioning, all of it. You don't have to accept it. You see through it. When you see through the things around you, when you see through your past, It's like everything serves the consciousness. Most things do not realize that they're serving the consciousness. Most people are not recognizing that higher aspect of human existence. But that doesn't change human existence. It doesn't change the transformation of this flesh. It does not change, no matter what people believe, what's happening with humanity, with the whole world. Everything is connected. And you can set at the pinnacle of that connection in your awareness, in your knowingness, in your presence, in your accelerating consciousness, moving into a greater radiance of light. We recognize it's often referred to as light, but it's more than that. The consciousness is power, is energy, and all of this creates light. So the components, as you realize, are made up of individuals. Individuals that are able to see beyond the reality of this world, what is believed, what is conditional, the kinshasa reality. And so to look beyond that, one begins to see something different. You begin to see that what appears to be is not what it is. For the intellect sees through the concepts, the beliefs, what you've been told. And as you begin to speak to yourself, as you begin to say to yourself who you really are, that is an accelerated transformation with no boundary, no limit, no end. To recognize that this human is simply the vehicle of the consciousness. And in the consciousness, there is no boundary, no limit, no end. The flesh may end, but the consciousness goes on. When you recognize that, you experience something that is far beyond the imagination of humans. There's beliefs, there's concepts, there's conditioning about what that is. But what that is not what it is believed to be. It is beyond belief. It is beyond concept. And certainly beyond conditions. We grow up in this world full and programming of beliefs all around us. And the body sees these things and says, well, it must be true. That's what it looks like. Looks are deceptive because the body, the eyes, the whole senses detect at a certain level. And we can say that's kind of a low level when you look around the world and see all the chaos, the divisions, the separations. So there's something that's beyond that. To begin to recognize that you are not, we could say, earthbound. You are light-bound. You are moving into an accelerated experience of this existence. To realize that you are not what you used to be. You are not your past. You actually are your future as you let go of the programming, beliefs, and concepts. You move beyond the restraints that you suffer from in this world. The world continues in its separation, doubts and fears, beliefs, conditioning, but you become free. No matter what is happening around us, we are light. We are the consciousness. We are the very presence of transformation. The body can follow that. The body can experience that. You can experience that within your mind and your intellect. It's beyond belief. It can be seen as a miracle, but actually, it's actually what life is at the highest frequency. Of course, the highest frequency is what we can experience in the flesh. And there's higher frequencies yet. So there's no end to the consciousness, there's no end to the light. There's just an end to the physical restraints, the sluggishness, the fear, the doubts, the lack of self acceptance. All of those things are the limits. As you see beyond that, as you recognize that something is happening in this world, oh, the intellect says, oh, yeah, it's destruction, it's disaster, it's disease, fearfully experienced. But that is just the base. That is just the foundation for transformation. To realize that everything that is taking place is part of this unfolding. And as you can realize that, you become free. You move beyond those limits and boundaries, and you accept that there's something more to what you are in this life. Listen to the bells going off. Listen to life as it speaks, for you are not what you appear to be as flesh. You are the very presence of light. Slow down to be physical. You are molecular structure that's speeding faster and faster as you wake up to the true reality of your existence. As you see yourself at a higher frequency of existence, you experience yourself with that also. So you are unlimited. You are free. You allow yourself to move beyond the past, the beliefs, the concepts, and the conditioning. That's what you are doing. That is this transformation that is taking place moment by moment.
Todd says, we are light bound. Wonderful. Thank you so much for this, Ishvara.
Thank you.
Anna and Slava say, thank you, Ishvara. Wonderful.
Thank you. Thank you for being with us today. And thank you for your love and your support. As I love and support you in this transformation.